Welcome all of you. I am Durgesh Kumar Pandey. I am taking class 11C and the chapter is a constitutional as a living documents. Today class I am going to explain a chapter and a topic constitutional amendment. Okay? First of all, the name of your chapter is constitutional amendment. This is only a topic, but in the NCERT book, you are looking the name of the chapter Constitution as a living documents. What do you mean by living documents? Our Indian Constitution is a living documents. It means it can change according to aspiration of peoples. Okay, our Indian Constitution amend, change according to aspiration, according to needs of our people. That is why our Indian Constitution is known as a living document, because it is flexible, it is changed with the need of society, with the demand of times and desire of society. So our constitution is a living document because it is flexible. Okay, and our Indian constitution is flexible and also rigid. Okay, flexible means it will be possible to change, and rigid means it is very hard to change any part of our Indian constitution. That is why our Indian constitution is known as rigid, because in our Indian constitution we are adopted a very special procedure for the changing of Indian constitution. That is why the Indian constitution is known as rigid, and we have a special procedure of change in the constitution, that is known as the constitutional amendment. Okay, in our country we have a special procedure in the change in the Indian constitution. Okay class, so what are the procedure? You know that article 368 elaborate about the how parliament can amend any part of the constitution according to article 368. How the parliament can change the constitution according to procedure led by the article 368. Okay, you know, parliament is a body which is responsible for any change in the constitution, and according to article 368 parliament have a right to change the Indian constitution according to need of peoples. But in our Indian constitution have a special procedure to change the constitution, and some changes will occur only by a simple law, by simple majority in the parliament, but some part of the constitution is changed with a special majority. A special majority have a two dimension. First we care the strength of house, and second is the at the time of voting how much candidates are present at the time of voting, and you have a required 2/3 majority at the time of voting. So if you want to change some part of Indian constitution, you have a required a special majority. And the third thing, how you can change the constitution or part of the constitution which are related to the states. At that time you have a need to a special majority, and also have a need to consent of half of the state if the matter is related to the states. Okay class, so you have a three way how the parliament can change our constitution. First, parliament can change the constitution by a simple majority in the parliament. Second thing, you have need a special majority separately in both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. And this special majority is first thing. This have a two thing. First thing, you have a need to half of the strength of the total house and separately each house. And the second things, at the time of voting, how much candidate were coming and are coming, and you have a need at least 2/3 member at the time of voting to support your amendment. And third thing, if the matter is related to the states, so it will possible only amendment if you have a consent of at least half of the states and their legislative assembly support your amendment with the special majority. So then you will able to change the Indian Constitution. Class, in this my period I am explain some amendments like amendment number 73rd and 74. Class, this amendment number 73 is related to establishing local government in our country like a Panchayati Raj system. According to, I think, amendment number 73, our government, Indian government, give the constitutional validity to the local government, means to the Gram Panchayat. Okay, and similarly, by the amendment 74, our Indian Constitution provide the constitutional validity to a municipal corporation in a big city, a municipality in a small city. Okay, so amendment number 74 give the arrange the municipal corporation for big city and municipal community for small cities, and our Indian Constitution provide them constitutional validity by this article 74. So these articles, amendment number 73 and 74, provide constitutional validity to the local government, and some subject which are related to the states were given to the local government. According to this amendment, 1/3 seats are reserved for women, and some seats also reserved for scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and OC. For the local government, state election commissions were appointed, and their duty was to conduct the election, organize the election of the local government. Similarly, the state government also participate in the working, like at the Gram Panchayat they send a secretary, and similarly at the block level they send their representative, and similarly at the Gram Panchayat they send their representative in the Jila Panchayat. Okay, so this amendment set up a third type of the government in our Indian Constitution: central government, state government and local government. So local government got the constitutional validity by these articles, and they set up the State Financial Commission, and it was arrangement that the state will become a independent on the finance matter. So it will in this amendment, the procedure where the maker of this amendment were trying to make the state autonomous, and they become local self-government. Okay class, in this period I am going to explain about basic structure. You know what is basic structure of our Indian constitution and how this word was come our Indian constitution? Class, basic structure of our Indian constitution is that you are looking in the preamble like equality, justice, fraternity, secular, democratic, republic. So these are the words which are the basic structure of our Indian constitution. You know the class, I want to inform that this word was not the part of our original constitution. This word was come in 1973 in the case of Keswanand Bharti. In this Keswanand Bharti case, the bench of Supreme Courts, the bench of judges of Supreme Court was using the words basic structure. This is a innovation of our judiciary. They were using the basic structure. Basic structure means there are some basic structure of our Indian constitution which cannot be changed, like equality, like justice, like democracy, like republic, like fraternity, and in this part of the constitution change was not possible. And in 1973 in Keswanand Bharti case, our judiciary was saying there was a basic structure of our Indian constitution and parliament cannot change in every part of the constitution. Okay, in this hearing Supreme Court was saying there was a basic structure of our Indian constitution and it was not possible to change each part of the constitution. Okay, parliament can change only some part or limited part of the constitution. Okay class, I want to inform that after this announcement, our judges were saying right to property was not a basic structure of our Indian constitution. Okay, so after this in 1978 by 44th amendment our parliament can make a law and they eliminate right to property from the list of fundamental rights, because right to property now not a basic structure of our Indian constitution. So parliament make the law and they change, they remove the right to property from the list of fundamental rights. Okay class, so this was very important part. Now you know this right to property, after removing right to property from the list of fundamental rights, this right to property was now a legal right under the article under the article 308. Right to property is now only a legal right. Right to property is not now a fundamental right, it is only a legal right. If someone is occupying your property, so you can go court and take the legal help only. You cannot object on anyone as a fundamental rights. Okay class, it is now right to property is only your legal rights. Or now class, I would like to introduce some another Okay, welcome class. Class, I am going to explain about some points our Supreme Court was giving a concept of basic structure, and in original constitution the basic structure was not there, but the our courts, our judiciary evolve the new words. They interpretate the constitution differently and give some new concept. Similarly, in the board you have some concept like a reservation in the job and educational institute cannot exceed 50%. When means in the education and in the jobs, no government can give the reservation more than 50%. Okay, class. This is the popular concept given by the Supreme Court, and all over the India it was respected. All the states were accepted this principle कि in any states reservation should not be more than 50% in the education and in the field of jobs. Okay, class. Means reservation should not be more than should not exceed more than 50%, and this is a popular concept made by the Supreme Court, and this provision is accepted in all the states. Similarly, one thing, the idea of creamy layer, this idea of creamy layer is the thing which are popular among the peoples. Okay, class. Who is creamy layer? You know, the backward community in the scheduled caste or in the scheduled tribes, the peoples who are in the backward community, and suppose a person who is in the backward country, but this person is economically prosperous, so we can say this person is a creamy layer. Means a person who is backward but they have a sufficient money, they have he is a prosperous person, so we can identify such a person creamy layer. So our constitution, the Supreme Court also say give the idea about the idea of creamy layer, and our Supreme Court is saying that there should not be given any concession. We should not be given any concession to such a person who is creamy layer. Okay, if a person is in the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, OBC, and he is rich, he is prosperous, so they have no need to reservation. So such person is identified as a creamy layer. So our government is saying कि we should not be given, our Supreme Court is saying we should not be given the reservation to such a creamy layer persons. Okay, this word, the idea of creamy layer also evolved by our Indian judiciary. Okay, now come on the another words which are come after the interpretation of Supreme Court or judiciary, like right to education, right to life and liberty, right to form and manage the minority education systems. You know about the right to life, this was a very famous right in Article 21 saying every person have a right to life and personal liberty. If someone is violated their personal life and personal liberty, so he can go in the court. Okay, class. Nowadays our Supreme Court elaborate this meaning right to life. Supreme Court is saying कि right to life is not possible without right to livelihood. Okay, so right to livelihood is also a fundamental right, because Without right to livelihood, no person can live, no person can survive. Okay, so right to livelihood is also a part of right to life. Similarly, class, I want to say some another words which was saying in this explanation, like our judiciary is saying कि right to life is not possible without right to health. So a person have a need to right to health. Okay. So similarly, a a person have a need to live in a peaceful environment. A person have a need to live in a pollution free environment. So these are also the rights which are involved during the explanation of the judiciary, and judiciary is saying these are all the parts of right to life and personal liberty. Similarly, class, our judiciary also explain, interpret about the right to education. Now, right to education is a fundamental rights, and similarly, right to form and manage the minority educational institute. This also among the peoples as a new thing. Okay, class. You know about the some controversial amendment which was implemented by the Indira Gandhi government. This is 38, 39 and 42th amendment. You know about the 42th amendment. This was a very controversial amendment, and we are now this is a mini constitution, because the Indira Gandhi government were trying to change most of the part of Indian constitution, and you can say the government of Indira Gandhi was rewrite many parts of the constitution. So this 42th amendment is known as the mini constitution, because most of the parts was changed. And similarly, you know, in this 42th amendment, the government of Indira Gandhi was changed so many parts, like review power of judiciary was also changed. Means judiciary have no power to review the election of president, the election of prime minister, election of vice president, and similarly the election of prominent postates. Means in this 42th amendment, review power of judiciary was limited. Means judiciary have no power to review the or check again the election of president, vice president, prime minister, and Lok Sabha speaker. Okay, so the power of judiciary was limited by our Indira Gandhi government in the 42th amendment. And similarly, the duration of Lok Sabha was extended from 5 to 6 years, and this was at the time it will be permanent. But okay, during the Indira Gandhi government, the duration of Lok Sabha was changed from 5 to 6 years, and the Indira Gandhi government was also changed the parts of preamble, like two words, secular and socialist, and similarly integrity and unity and integrity. These words are added in our Indian Constitution. Fundamental duties, you know, also added as a in 1976 by 42th amendment. Okay, and you know, after the fall of the government, 43rd and 44th amendment was made by the next government and cancelled most of the controversial issues.